My Australian Day show.
Yay.
And I asked Allison if she'd make me what is considered one of Australia's little treats. Never made it before, and of course we are talking about the Lamington. Now there's a lot of controversy about this. Most New Zealanders say they invented the Lamington and the Australians say they invented the Lamingtons. It's the typical Australian afternoon tea. So you have a good cuppa and you then have a Lamington.
All right.
So what I did ask you to make to begin with is you needed to make a sponge cake. Okay, how hard was that?
Very, very easy.
Oh.
This is a basic cake recipe. It is eggs, flour, sugar. You know, I used almond extract instead of vanilla extract. I hope that's going to be all right.
I gave you a recipe and you can't follow it.
Anyways, I interchange almond and vanilla all the time, and they're
Well,
wonderful.
I'll tell by the taste.
They're wonderful flavors. So very, very simple recipe. You just bake it until a toothpick inserted comes out clean, and then for cutting, I think even the next day is a little bit better because you keep it in the refrigerator or you freeze it to where you have a nice hard you know, cake for dipping.
And this is the thing also, when you do dip this is something my grandmother used to say, is you always let it set. After you've dipped it, you don't just immediately eat it. You let it set so it looks and feels absolutely gorgeous. You know, you're making the sauce.
So we, tell them what a Lamington is again.
A Lamington is a sponge cake with cocoa chocolate icing, but not hard. It's not meant to be crunchy. It's meant to seep into the sponge cake. But you'll also see people with, like, they cut the Lamington in half, they put jam in there or cream. No. That's not the way you do it. If you went to a Country Women's Bake-Off Association, okay, they would be horrified that you've sliced the Lamington in half and put the filling in the middle.
It should just be a good sponge cake.
You know what? You were right. A good old sponge cake. Now, we coat it with cocoa. What are we making here?
So it's a chocolate icing, if you will, but it's a little thinner than like a thick frosting.
Yep.
So this is butter and milk and sugar. And then we are adding in the cocoa powder and whisking all of that in to give a nice kind of creamy like chocolate sauce.
Okay. Now, do you have some American dishes that the Canadians try to claim as their own?
I wouldn't know.
No?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Okay, so you know how there's the rivalry between Canada and Australia, Canada and America. We're a bit like that with Australia and New Zealand.
Okay.
Hence why they say, well, Russell Crowe was born in New Zealand, but he grew up in Australia, so we say he's Australian.
Gotcha.
But New Zealand is like,
Oh,
no,
no.
he's New Zealand.
He's New Zealand. I
Okay,
see.
so this takes a little bit, and this is getting hot.
Oh, you're getting a little
Yeah, I'm
hot
getting
there.
a little, starting to sweat. You're making me work too much in the kitchen. You crazy?
Welcome to my life. No. All right, so we have the chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
And then, so we're going to dip the cake in the chocolate sauce. Yes?
That's it.
And
That's
you
it.
do all over. Is that
All
right?
over. So what we would do...
I'm going to let this cool just
Yeah, I would
a
let that
touch.
cool down a little bit. I'd put it in the bowl, okay, because it is nice and hot. Oh my gosh, I could
He's
take
so
the spoonful
excited.
of this.
All right, so we take the chocolate sauce
Now,
and...
how you can roll this is you can do it in two different ways. You can put it on a long tray, like a big tray, and roll it, and then roll it in this as well, because this is the messiest part.
Right.
Okay, are you ready?
I am.
All right.
I'm just going to kind of throw
You're
it
going to get in
around
there?
And...
Okay. Oh. Oh,
And
no,
you
and then
would go
roll it.
straight
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Straight in.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, I just burnt my finger.
Does that look like a Lamington?
Ah.
We did it!
Yay,
So,
fantastic.
seriously, it was pretty
Literally,
easy.
it is a messy job though, right?
Well, not too bad. I mean, honestly, with chocolate's going to go everywhere. I don't care what you do. But if I like the consistency of the frosting where it's kind of thin and it really just coats the outside.
Yeah.
And it almost like soaks the cake a little bit.
Yeah. Have you got something like this in America? A Lamington-esque?
I mean, no.
You have those marshmallow
that I can
balls with
think of.
coconut on them.
Not that I can think
No?
of. I mean, maybe like a macaron.
But doesn't it look pretty?
Macaroon,
Doesn't it look pretty?
It's beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
So now we're going to have tea.
We're going to have a cup of tea off camera and we're going to enjoy our Lamington. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you want to find out how to make this traditional Australian afternoon tea sponge cake, aka Lamington, head over to wtvq.com/midday Kentucky. We'll be right back after this short break. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy.